T minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, wherever you're tuning in from. I am your host of Live from the Mother Effing Cheap Seats, Andrew Faubert. How are we doing tonight? How are ya? As Bill Burr would usually say, it's Sunday, which means we got an onslaught of football games going on. It is also week 6. So for the fantasy people out there, you understand that this is one part of Hell Week. Next part is next week. And to all my Buccaneer fans, just another week with another W. A 28-22 stomping of the Eagles. Yes, that's right. I said stomping. It wasn't even close. I don't care what the score says. It wasn't even close on Thursday Night Football. So no Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the last little while. That's okay. I'm still here to talk to you about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and, of course, some of the football games that happened today and that are currently happening right now, that are going to be happening tomorrow and possibly the next day and the next day and the next. No, we don't have that much football. I wish. But before we get into all that, remember to like and share and follow me at Andrew_Faubert on Twitter. You can also check out this show on Bucs Report. That's right, Bucs Report. Check them out, follow them, like them, and you can check out every single one of the shows that I'm on. You can also get a little dinger when I go live. That's right. You got this little tiny notification. And you want live from the cheap seats? You only want live from the cheap seats? That would be rude to everybody else, but you only want live from the cheap seats for some odd reason. You just set that little dial. I don't know if it actually works like that, but you send it to Bucs Report whenever there's a show that comes and pops on. It'll notify you that there's a show coming on, so make sure you follow that. And, of course, my platform, North Sports Dynasty. I got something in my damn eye already. Come on now. North Sports Dynasty. That's right, where we talk Dynasty football and, of course, redraft football. We talk a bunch of other stuff, too. The offseason is usually our bread and butter, because Dynasty is usually really, really good in the offseason. We do mock drafts, and we're going to be talking this upcoming Saturday, because my co-host should be back around that time, Mr. Alex Loosemore. We are going to be talking hockey and basketball and the start of it, our Red Wings, the Oilers, the Kraken, and everything else. So if you want to tune into some hockey talk, some basketball talk, a little bit off the wire of the football talk, come follow North Sports Dynasty. Okay, let's get into some of this stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Upcoming next week, we got the Bears. That's right, the hibernating Bears are going to be coming to Tampa. Last year, we did not necessarily play the greatest game against the Chicago Bears. No, we did not. No. We were injury riddled at the wide receiver position. We did not have Mike Evans 100%. I don't even think we had Mike Evans, to be completely honest, nor did we have Chris Godwin. We had Tyler Johnson and Cameron Brate and Rob Gronkowski and Leonard Fournette and Rojo. We didn't really have that much. They weren't ready to go. This year, we're going to have a healthy Mike Evans. We're going to have a healthy Chris Godwin. We're going to have a healthy Antonio Brown. We're going to have a healthy OJ Howard, which everybody's been talking about. And we're going to be talking some little trades here later on here. Some like the what-if trade scenarios that we do every weekend here. They got to deal with OJ Howard. They're going to have to possibly deal with Gronk if he comes back, but I don't think so. Cameron Brate. They're going to have to deal with the great Cameron Brate, Tyler Johnson, Rojo, Leonard Fournette, and of course, the running god himself, Tom Brady. That's right. Tom Brady has been running a lot more than he usually has. I actually did not fully check a stat, so I'm going to wait until next week to drop the stat. But we got the Bears coming up. How are we feeling? How are we feeling about the Bears? I'm feeling pretty confident. But also, we said that last year. Last year, they also had Nick Foles and a home field advantage. Nick Foles came in halfway through the game. As much as the boss I know here on the platform, and a lot of, not say the older peeps, but just some people in general, still believe that, one quarterback is the only quarterback. Well, it's been kind of proven time and time, but again, that if you switch the quarterback halfway through a game, it could work. Not necessarily you stay with that strategy, but it works. So this year, we got a rookie coming in. Not exactly the greatest coach to coach the rookie. But the rookie himself, nonetheless, is going to be a little bit of a problem. IMO, in my opinion. The Buccaneers are doing really good dealing with these injuries. We are 5-1, and we are crying at the gates that we are injury riddled and that we need to package OJ Howard and everything that we got right now. Anything that's available, anything that we're not re-signing next year. Rojo, get in this trade package. Get in the box that I can send away here. OJ, Scotty Miller, Justin Watson, everybody get in the box, and we're putting you in a package. We're putting a bow on it, and we're saying, please leave. Why are we doing that? Why? This is why I put in the title today. Our fan base here, ladies and gentlemen. The question I bring to you, has the winning changed on the Bucs fan base? We'll get to that here in a bit as well. This Bucs team against the Bears is going to be, again, I don't want to say, scared. I'm not scared. I'm just worried. Last week, and I have the perfect damn picture for this. Where'd it go? I had it pulled up and moved it. Boom. Tampa Bay -7 bettors watching Tom Brady take that final knee in that red zone. I run a betting show here with my co-host Rick Hughes on Wednesdays at 7. You think it really feels good to be -7 and they go -6? Doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good at all. So does that mean that I'm going to bet against the Bucs this weekend? No. This upcoming weekend? No. But what I am concerned about is the injuries to Lavonte David. We had to put in Kevin Minter in, and he did a fantastic job. It's almost as if we didn't need Lavonte David. Oh, how dare I say that? No. We still needed Lavonte David. That could have been a lot worse. Jalen Hurts can run. I don't like running quarterbacks. We're also about to get a quarterback that can actually scramble. He can get out of the pocket. He's getting better every week. Again, I'm not going to be screaming at the gates here that, we need to go and trade and put a big package together and make sure that we have the best linebacker that's available to make sure until Lavonte David comes back. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, just like last week and the week before with injuries, teams are going to pinpoint themselves to a certain player, to a certain individual, or to a certain weak spot. Right now, the weak spot would be having Devin White be on man coverage and Kevin Minter to go against a tight end or the slot, depending on the coverage. That would be an issue. But it's nothing to get worked up about. Our offense can do the job. Mind you, we are going up against a pretty damn good defense. Green Bay had learned that today, even though he owned Chicago. Chicago still did pretty damn good, holding that Green Bay offense back to what could possibly have been an onslaught murder. Definitely. They're going to do the same thing with the Bucs. Bucs could easily put 48 points up on a typical defense. This is a Chicago defense, though. Chicago comes to play. Chicago always comes to play. Chicago doesn't just come to sit there, play nice. They have an opportunity this year. People still think they're a top 10 team. Not me. I will actually have my rankings towards the end of the game, or towards the end of the show. The Chicago Bears are going to give us a little bit of run for their money. Give us a bit of a run for our money. There we go. Why can't I talk tonight? And what it's going to be is in the third quarter, probably. It's not going to be against what we've seen before or anything like that. No. Not like the Eagles last week where they were close for a little bit and then faltered. Same with the Dolphins the week before that. No. No. It's not the way we do this. It's not the way we do this. We are way better than a lot of people are taking us to be. The thing is advantages are going to come to other teams' way. I don't think Matt Nagy is smart enough to take advantage of our defense. I don't think Justin Fields is ready to fully dive into what it takes to beat an elite defense. I think he's going to be running for his life, personally. He doesn't have full running backs that he wants, though the emergence of Khalil Herbert is real. It's getting the good. Though I think that he's going to get a rude awakening next week. The Bears are a good team. They are developing. Is it anything to worry about? Of course. Every week there's something to worry about. Is it anything to get out of our wits' end or to shake? We're going to lose to the Bears. Or, we got the Bears coming to town. No. Just like any other team, when you are a winning team, you just got to know the enemy coming in. That's all it is. Chicago Bears are a team developing. They're probably already looking for their head coach. If I were them, I'd already be looking for the head coach. I'd be looking at the college ranks. I'd be looking at the professional ranks. I'd be looking at offensive and defensive coordinators who want to be. I'd be looking at Kellen Moore. I'd be looking at the enemy. I'd be looking all over the place. But I'd be looking. Now they got a quarterback. The Bears got a quarterback. I've said it before. The Bears have a quarterback, and they will continue to have a quarterback for many years to come. This matchup is not the right matchup for him, though. He lost to the Packers. He's going to be pissed. Anyone's pissed off when they come off of a loss, and everybody's riding off of a high when they win. That's why we'll wait for the lines. We'll see what happens for the gambling side of it, but the Bucs are still going to win. We're probably going to come out of there 6-1. It's going to be one of the best first stretches we've had in a long time, and then we're going up against the Aints. And then you know how it is for me. I've been quiet on social media, and I don't give a damn for the whole week. The whole damn week. Screw the Saints Monday, screw the Saints Tuesday, screw the Saints Wednesday, screw the Saints Thursday, screw the Saints Friday, screw the Saints Saturday, and definitely screw the Saints on Sunday. All the way through. Why would I change my mentality on the Saints? I'm already looking towards the Saints, personally. But I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I've always even said that as a fan, to not get ahead of yourself. If you start getting ahead of yourself, that's when your team can start falling off the trail or off the tracks. And your friends or co-hosts and co-workers are going to hold you accountable to the things you say. I'm not going to start saying that the Buccaneers are the greatest team assembled of all time. There's a reason why when someone retires, you take a seat back and you wait a little bit, and then you get to decide who the best is. We all love Peyton Manning, most of us. But when he retired, we don't just instantly throw him in. Got to wait a few years. Why? Because you got to rank him. Got to compare him to the other greats. Kobe Bryant's obviously a different story. May he rest in peace. The Buccaneers are a good team. They're a very good team. They're one of the best damn fucking teams in the league. But just like any given Sunday, you just got to know the enemy coming in. We're going to beat the Bears. The Bears. But just know that this Bears team that you're playing right now, when you win, may be the fire that lights underneath their ass. And that gets them going. They don't need Nagy. They don't need the management and the coaching staff that doesn't put them ahead. They'll get there. They will. They definitely will. Just like I Buccaneers did. Now let me get into this. The second part of the main show. The question that I put in the title that we can now get to. Has the winning changed our Bucs fan base? And I don't mean this as an insult. Anything that I'm about to say. Been a Buccaneers fan since I was in grade 5. I've dealt with the crap and the muck and the grime and the horrible trades and the lack of free agents and the bad drafting. I've been through it. You've been through it. We all been through it. That's the way it is. We never necessarily had a winning culture. We've had winning moments in our team's history. You know, from the late 70s, where we had one of the greatest defenses of all time. And hell, if we had gone to the Super Bowl, won it in 79, could have actually claimed the 79 Buccaneers defense as one of the top 10 greatest defenses of all time. Our late 90s stretch to early 2000s, where we actually won our Super Bowl, we were a winning culture. A nice little winning culture. For us as fans, it was nice having playoffs. Playoffs? It was nice being able to pay to see a good quality game. I'm speaking as a person who's been there and I haven't. We got to see some damn good football. We got to see some damn good players. And hell, our damn logo finally got to enter the Hall of Fame. And then shortly after that, it was short-lived. And for 18 years, a lot of us grew up being one of the 3 worst franchises of all time of this era. The Buccaneers, the Browns, and the Lions, all laughed at. And as much as I would try and be like, hey, you got to understand that the Buccaneers did. No. Smacked around in every conversation. It's because we never had the winning culture. We had a culture and winning moments, winning spurts, but we've never had the winning culture. So has that changed us as the fans now? Has that made us different now than any other time before? To some of the great viewers and some of the great fans that do join this show, and we're going to get some of their takes obviously later. Some of these fans and some of these hosts that I get to bless myself on this platform with, you know, they've been around since the starting of the Buccaneers. That's something that nobody really can say. I can't. Been there since basically 99, 2000. A lot of these guys have seen our culture do this. The winning spurts. Knowing that there is a small, respectable group that are diehards, like any fan base. But it was hard. Travel. You have these conversations with other people. Hell, when I went to Jamaica, I'm a redhead. Everybody sees I'm a redhead. I have a lot of red hair all over my body. I'm in a swim-up pool with a swim-up bar. That's what I meant. Swim-up bar and a pool. And I'm talking to a lot of Americans about football. The Colts, the Cowboys, the Patriots. All those names got brought up. The 49ers. All these teams' names got brought up. And it didn't matter necessarily, Patriots respectively. Didn't matter what generation we were talking about. Vikings, Texans guys were in there too. You have a winning culture. Most of those times. You do. It is. San Francisco from the 70s to now has a Super Bowl appearance almost every time. Dallas the same way. Pittsburgh. It's a winning atmosphere that just never ends. Now our fan base is thinking to ourselves that we can go and change this with every little trade and every little signing that we possibly can do. And the Saints, the Aints, when they had Drew Brees, they got 15 years out of a free agent. Our good old friend Nick Cicho basically made this tweet today. 15 years for Drew Brees, 1 Super Bowl. Tom Brady came here for 1 year and got us a Super Bowl. Isn't that technically the greatest free agent signing ever? My point is this. We have to wait. And we have to do things a little bit differently as our culture in order to win. But we've never achieved anything like some of the other teams have. That winning culture. We have a winning atmosphere now. We accept a lot of fans in. Hell, one of my co-hosts is a Lions fan who now has his own show on a Bucs platform. Can you believe that? We got a Jets fan running his own show. We got different fans from every flipping team and city that you could think of. People like this atmosphere. It's a nice atmosphere. The winning atmosphere. But the culture itself, when we lose a playoff game, when something falters, hell, there's a group of people inevitably waiting for when Tom Brady is gone to hop on the, Kyle Trask is worse than Jameis Winston ever was. Like, oh my goodness gracious, I cannot wait for the day to shut them all up. Culture that we've been achieving, striving to achieve here. Not only at Bucs Report, not only at all the other platforms that the Buccaneers outlet allows to have, but the Buccaneers themselves. The stadium's not the greatest. They're looking towards that. You know it. But the ship, the fans when they're in that stadium, the fact that we're the one team that actually won a Super Bowl at home, like we got the atmosphere basically smacked down better than anybody else. We just have to keep it going. Philadelphia's got a lawsuit for crying out loud because of a playoff game with Minnesota where the Minnesota fans went to Philadelphia. I can't remember the stadium. And had such a horrible time that they had to create a lawsuit. I'm not saying that I want our fan base to be like that at all. No. But I want the culture to be when you start seeing football games, baseball games, hell, and I say football isn't soccer, baseball, hockey, basketball. When you see the fans in the stands wearing old school jerseys, it's not necessarily because the jersey is beautiful and the colors are amazing. No. It's because of the culture that came with the team. Winning. Raiders had it and lost it at one point, but you see Raiders gear kicking in SoFi Stadium for a Chargers home game. Cowboys jerseys are seen at football games, soccer games. Hell, 49er jerseys, old school 49er jerseys, I've seen at hockey games. Every couple of years, you see the spurts of jerseys go out there, get retracted. No offense to Raven fans, kind of happens to you. Eagle fans, it kind of comes and goes in waves. The culture now that we need to achieve here is the full winning attitude. That even when Brady's gone, everything's going to be fine. Because we're working towards it. Because we're doing the right things. Because our GM saw that we need to do that. Our fan base now sees that we need to do that. People are starting to see that we need to do that. We need to give birth to new Buccaneer fans. Do you understand that my daughter every Sunday when I'm watching football or I have a football jersey on, she now at 4 years old understands what a football jersey fully all the way through is here in Canada. But she says, "Go Bucs." She even says, "Go Bucs." The randomest times. It's because I'm starting the culture. Because now all of a sudden in my house, it's Buccaneers household. Not necessarily say afraid to put all my stuff out. No. Now that I'm not necessarily embarrassed with some of the drafting we've done, the free agents we've done, some of the players we've drafted and let go. We're starting to do it right. And we got some players who are going to be here for a long effing time. So we need to make sure that this culture stays. And the culture breeds into one of the biggest damn franchised cultures out there. We're probably winning the flipping Super Bowl this year. But if we don't, you watch how many people start hopping off of the damn ship thinking it's sinking. No, man. No. No, I'll be one of those fans that steers the ship through everything. Because to the fans that are sitting down there in Florida for home games or even anywhere around the world sitting on your couch enjoying the game, you know for a fact that in our little fantasy world, we're sitting in the fucking Caribbean, sipping on Coronas or anything else that you guys like to enjoy. I like Corona personally. Popping champagne, throwing the damn Lombardi and the damn Stanley Cup back and forth, from ship to ship to ship to ship. It's because the culture is fun. Right now, the atmosphere is better because it's nice and engulfed as a big old party, but the culture needs to remain. So when we inevitably, because it happens, whether it's 3 or 4 years from now, when we got to give that Lombardi back, guess what? When we do, we're going to be getting that winning culture, and it's not going anywhere because we're building towards it. And the fans are doing one hell of a job making sure it doesn't go anywhere. Last time we played the Giants, there was barely any Giants jerseys. But I'm going to say this. Our stadium right now, just because we're winning, starting to see more jerseys pop up. It's because people are happy. They're sitting in the atmosphere of it. No. You need to keep it going. You need to keep it going. We don't need to put the stuff away anymore. It's not Christmas lights anymore. To all my fans out there. To Matt from OKC. To Johnny Dean. To Teresa Baxter, Stephen Glasgow, and to all my Buccaneer fans at Bucs Report. We don't need to put away our stuff. You think that flag's ever coming down ever again? Hell no. Because we're not embarrassed. We don't need to be. The culture's remaining. And the culture's always going to remain. We just need to make sure that we do our part. Because the Buccaneers, ownership, GM, everything, they're doing their part. We just got to keep doing it. And you're doing it, my fans. You're doing it. You're kicking major ass. Brady's jersey was the number 1 selling jersey last year. Hell yeah. Gronk was basically number 2. Yeah. You got people sent me stuff all the way from down south. You guys are absolutely amazing. This is the type of stuff that we need. And this is the type of stuff I'm talking about. Let's keep the culture going Because the atmosphere is going to remain here anytime that we win. Atmosphere ain't going nowhere. But the culture itself, that's what you, the fans, get to do. Give birth to your new Buccaneer fans. Go to work. Someone's just starting to get them into football. Hold out that lending hand. So let me help you with that. Do what I did. Put your arm around a Lions fan. Because now when our winning culture is fun, and you get a little bit of bored of seeing the same old stuff again, because Patriot fans inevitably had that. Now all of a sudden 2 years of losing, and they're like, all right. Can we trade for somebody now too, please? We'll have it. But, one day the Lions will win the Super Bowl. One day. But until that day comes, it's our culture that matters. And that's all I want you, the fan base, and you, my friends, to do. Let's get the Buccaneers culture going. All right. Let us get to some of the comments. I see there's a lot of people commenting today, so let's start it off with Christopher Cole saying, what is up, everybody? Christopher Cole, thank you for tuning in tonight. Benny Sokolowski, hello's from Nashville. I'm pretty sure it's Sokolowski. I've known a few Sokolowskis my entire life, and I am almost 100% sure that is my Sokolowski. That is the Sokolowski right there. Stop teasing. More football would be I agree. That's why a CFL XFL merger would be awesome. Started in February, ended in like May or June. Then football. Yeah, I'm just saying. Hans Gruber says my favorite Canadian caveman. Thank you. Thank you. This hair is getting ridiculous though, man. But like when the snow finally hits here, it'll all be worth it. I won't have to wear a damn toque ever again. Paul Tavares says, Johnny Dean. Good evening, Johnny Dean. Johnny Dean also says, come on, with OJ, what one game a season for 4 years makes a great tight end? Need much more from him. Before I sign on to that deal. That is also fair. Next man up, also very true. Johnny Dean, true and valid. He needs to start jumping through flaming hoops. Ooh. OJ is good with breakfast and slashing your ex-wife. Whoa, that's it. That's the guy. That's actually really good. Comment of the night goes to Hans Gruber already. Wow. Paul Tavares to the host. Minter is not even close. No, he is not. Paul Tavares. No, he is not. And I appreciate you coming in saying to the host like that. It's very respectable of you. He is not. But he did a damn good, respectable job filling in. He did it. He didn't go and do anything too crazy. He didn't, what's the word I'm looking for? When Devin White and Levante David are on the field, they both see the offense together. So, one may be in coverage, but he's going to break coverage and go for the blitz because he knows that Devin White will, protect him, whatnot, right? In this case, Minter just did what Minter was supposed to do, and Minter did a damn good job doing that. But no, he ain't even close to David. Hell no. I've been with the Bucs during the 0-26 days. I am enjoying the wins. I do not understand why people have a problem with that. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. Enjoy it. Even if we're going to have some issues and a little bumpy road, as long as the culture stays, we can afford it. Because then the winning culture stays. 1 or 2 years and then we get back into relevance. That's not that bad. But all of a sudden, if it's, 5, 6, 7 years or something like that, I get why the fans start hopping up. But we still got to keep that winning culture. Hell, the Dallas Cowboys still do it every year. That's why they're like, hey, every year is our year. And the Toronto Maple Leafs. I wouldn't mind being annoying that. I wouldn't mind being that annoying franchise. So, Paul Tavares says, who won last meeting? Chicago? Yes, he did. And we should have won blue game. I also agree. 31 other teams to worry about. Paul, you're starting to be one of my favorite, people on the show here. The boss man says, I worry about how I'm going to fit all this pizza in my stomach. Oh, pizza sounds really good right now, dude. They're all professional players. Agreed. Any given Sunday as well, dude, right? Or Thursday or Monday, or sometimes Saturday. Yeah, exactly. Keith, you got this. I believe in you. Awesome. Johnny Dean says, Shaq Barrett, after this week's win, the Bears embarrassed us. We're looking forward to redemption. Who wants to hear Shaq talking about coming after you? If that is what was already on their minds during the win. Exactly. Right? Like you're going to have some problems, man. We're burning 2, maybe 3 more games. Hope for a healthy team for postseason. It's going to happen the same thing last year. Everyone's going to get their bumps and bruises. Might lose 1, maybe 2 people around, say, playoff time, but I don't think it would be anybody that's important. I think it would be more depth at that time because I don't think we're not going for an unbeaten season. So if the last game of the season we need to rest people, we're going to flip and rest them, right? Tampa Bay Sports Report tuning in tonight. Imagine 4 years ago thinking Buck fans would be complaining. Thank you. Thank you. Like, I'm glad I'm not the only one started. Like, I know that there's some other people at Bucs Report, but to the fans out there, thank you. Thank you. Like, we're complaining that we need to trade OJ for the best, and we need to trade Rojo, and we just need to get all those people out of here. Scotty Miller's not doing anything. What the fuck? Like, no, settle down. We enjoy this. I still enjoy it every day. I'm like yelling at the TV every single time. Like, so what if we're blowing them out? It's like watching your driver win that Martinsville, for crying out loud, and he led 489 laps, and the only 11 he didn't lead were the first 11. I'm going to fall asleep halfway through. Doesn't mean I'm not happy at the end of it, and I wasn't happy all the way through it. Like, come on, to some of the fans out there. Like, let's enjoy this for a bit. I feel like I didn't need to know about a body full of... Sorry. This team rolls into playoffs 100% healthy and puts names on trophies back-to-back. T-Bay 12 at the hell. It's happening. I would hope so, my friend. Agreed. There were just 2 good games on today. I mean, yeah, everything else was kind of a bit of a blowout. I mean, damn. Like the Cowboys and Patriots game, we thought that was going to be an actual enjoyable game, besides Patriot and Cowboy fans. Love of game is most important. Man. Paul, you firing on all 4 cylinders or 6 cylinders or some whatever car comment I can make there. Johnny Dean says, we don't have to wait. LOL. Spend time waiting and you miss your moment. Dynasty or not, live for the moment and talk as much shit as you want. Now, I do like it from the other side where it's like true, right? But do we want to, risk everything? Say, I'm just saying, throw in the 20 years because it's approximate for Buccaneers, right? 18 to 22 years. Do we want to throw like everything into cram everything into like a 5-year window to get like right now? So I'm just saying out of every window, like 1 Super Bowl and then be crappy for 20 years. I don't. I would rather go for every damn Super Bowl and roll, like have a chance every single year, just like last year, right? But have the winning culture. So I agree, and I disagree with you, Johnny. But we also tend to do that a lot, which is also fine. You could disagree with someone and still like them. Johnny just doesn't like me, so I'm just kidding. Box Report says make sure to check out Jason De La Torre's column down there, right there. Damn right. Tired Bucks grind through a win. The Balloons tired Bucks grind through a win in Philly. Yeah, there we go. I know I did that right. Fred Swayze, there it is. Thank you. 19-1. Boom. Minnesota. It's Minnesota. What did I say? You calling me out? You call me out. What's up, Fred Swayze? Johnny also says, I never think otherwise. I have felt everything is going to be fine since I began watching the Bucs. Why would I watch them otherwise? Well, that's true. That's also fair. Matt from OKC, I'm going to ask you basically the same thing. How we doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing good. Got to turn off the volume on this.
Oh, no, it's all
well, I can't have a violation of some copyright because I'm sitting here listening to it.
No, it's all good. I have felt, Johnny basically says, I never think otherwise. I have felt everything is going to be fine since I began watching the Bucs. Why would I watch them otherwise? Ever since you started becoming a Bucs fan, so basically since day one, I'm assuming you would be kind of with me saying the Buccaneer fan base has done a lot of this, right? But
just,
why?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. But why did you become a Bucs fan? And are you happy with what they're doing right now and the future, or are you just getting sick and tired of the bandwagon hoppers essentially, and you just want to have the winning culture?
Well, I'm from Brandon, Florida, back before they had an interstate. A little town outside of Tampa is a sleep bedroom town, and everybody who lived there worked in Tampa, and that's what you did. You're a Bucs fan. That's the home team, right?
Yeah.
There are people from Chicago that live in Dallas that are still Chicago fans.
Yep.
We don't have that yet. There are not a lot, contrary to what you see here on Bucs Report, there's not a lot of volume of old school Buccaneer fans that relocate, that don't adopt the home team of where they're living, because it's a hell of a lot easier not to have a heart attack. I mean, this team started out with the John McKay, who was a college god for the NCAA football. He came here, he got dealt a really crappy hand, and he worked for an owner who didn't want to do anything but profit. He didn't believe in team building, culture building, put together the framework and it will live forever. No, it's what I made this year, and if people are still watching the game, that's great. And that's the way he ran things. We one Buck Place used to be a couple of double wides. I mean, they didn't even put a permanent fixture down. So that tells you what the ownership thought. But we struggled through that to 79, and our best bet at the time was Doug Williams, and he did everything that he could do to get us into the playoffs. I was living in Lexington, Kentucky at the time that we went to the playoffs, and the bar that I worked in let me go in there and watch it on a extended lunch break so that I could watch my home team. And we didn't win the game. It was against Dallas. And but people were watching it in the bar. And it was a playoff game with the team. They're like, who are the Bucs? Where are they from? San Diego, St. Petersburg. And they didn't know what Tampa Bay meant either. They weren't really familiar with us geographically. But they let that one go over a contract dispute, and we never grew from that for 10 or 20 years until new ownership came in that had a different set of eyes and a different set of brains and a different set of hearts and how you build things. And that's because they were the owners of one of the most beloved soccer teams in England, and Manchester U. And they wanted to rebuild that here in Tampa. And the dad, Malcolm, went to work doing that. And when he got his hands on things, he saw what was going wrong, what was missing, how we're going to fix it. He did everything that you're supposed to do, the Jerry Jones kind of mindset. We're going to put in the best facilities. Players are going to want to sign here. Nobody's ever going to tell us the day before the draft, don't draft here, I'll go play baseball. We're not going to have that crap happen again.
Epic Bo Jackson show.
Bo Jackson.
There we go.
And so then we got that going with Tony Dungy. He did everything in his power, taking Sam Weich's framework. People forget Sam Weich was the key to this whole thing.
Yeah,
he started it.
Yes, he was.
And Tony Dungy came in, did the best that he could. And I really think he deserved one or two more years before they ditched him. But they did what they did.
Three.
And
I always say still three, because the year that they would have gotten Gruden, you probably wouldn't have gotten it that year. You probably would have gotten it the year after that, though, because you knew the adjustments you would have had to make.
You're still stacking on the bricks.
Exactly.
And so Gruden came in, did his thing, and we're all happy. And at that point, I thought with the combination of the ownership and the head coach that really looks like he knows what he's doing, and the desire of the team, we're going to play here for a while. And we didn't. It took another 20 years for us to get to where we are today. That's why people like me are so resistant to say, when you were talking about earlier, winning culture. Yeah. Winning culture doesn't cultivate in a year. Winning culture cultivates over Mike Tomlin type careers, where you've got the same coach for 12 to 15 years, and you may not go to the Super Bowl every year, but you're always in the hunt. That's what they have in Dallas. They don't go to the Super Bowl, but they're always in the hunt. That's what they have in Pittsburgh. That's what they've got in Seattle up until recently. And that's what people will attract to, and that's why you see people in Oklahoma City wearing Seahawk jerseys. You're starting to see people wear Buccaneer gear out in public, but we're not there yet. Now, if we win again this year, and I don't mean the Super Bowl, I mean we go to the playoffs and we are respectful and respectable when we play. If we win it, great. If we don't get there, That's fine too. We're in the playoffs. We're in the hunt. Everybody's talking about us right now.
Also agree.
Next year we can do it again, but I caution people like my buddy Fred. Forgot
Fred Moore,
Mr. Knight. Yeah,
gotcha.
he's got the 19-1 thing going. I'm the 17-3 guy. I might even be 14-5. But the reason that is because the end is where we're going to, and you have to be realistic, or you're going to be let down. And I want to see this team go all the way through the Brady rotation to where he steps out, but we don't lose much when he leaves. That'll be the test.
I want the same. I want that as well.
So I got up on a box tonight. You should have put me up on a rant because that was great.
No, it's all good. I know I was going to give you a little bit of time because I know Johnny's going to want to say something as well there because he's been in the comments there. So we're going to bring him in. Johnny, finally good to see you. How you doing there, buddy?
All right. How you doing, bud?
Not too bad. Not too bad. So the same question kind of goes to you because I know you've been a Buccaneers fan for a long time and you're around the Pittsburgh area. So you didn't necessarily falter or fall to the Steelers, domination or anything like that. You kept with your Buccaneers. It's the same thing that I've essentially done up here, though the culture up here has always been in Canada, whatever team's winning, we just adapt that. And
First off, I hated the Steelers before I ever moved up here. I hated the Steelers before there was ever a Buccaneers, okay? Yeah. I was back in the day, I was a Roger Staubach and Tom Landry guy, okay?
Okay.
Right.
The real America's team. Jerry Jones. Screw it.
Yeah.
But
so I was just gonna say, so like you've been a fan from like day one, though. Like you've been a fan, like you've moved and stuff like that. You've seen the team itself, essentially do this. We've all seen the team, the highs and lows, right?
You know what? It never really bothered me. I've never been one of those guys. I was so appreciative that the Tampa Bay area got a team that I could support. Mm-hmm. I loved the team so much. And my dad was still alive back then. And he bought our season tickets and stuff like that. He never made it to a single game. He passed away before that. And so that team's always been more than just a football team to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I've never been one of those morons that wear bags to a game. I never have.
I hate those guys too, man. I hate that.
It's disrespectful. I mean,
though,
if you said something earlier about being ashamed of your team, I've never been ashamed of my team. I've flown my flags every city I've ever lived in.
Mm-hmm. For a little bit, for a slim last year is when I for not the Buccaneers, of course, but for my Red Wings, I was like, you know what? If I lived in Detroit, I'd probably wear a damn paper bag over my head too. But that's the closest I get that.
I get that right? feeling, but
man, I can't. That's the thing. When you have a team, like for me, my three teams, like the three teams that are like I'm locked in, right? Like as much as I love my Thunder, if a Seattle basketball team comes back, it's them, and I don't care about the Thunder anymore. No offense, but
they're not going to do that.
No, they won't. I love my Buccaneers, and that's never going to change. I love my Red Wings, that's never going to change, and I love my Cardinals in baseball. That's just never going to change. So, I love our fan base now. Like there's this nice little fan base. The Buccaneers say, I've had an increase of fans over the years. But when you talk about the diehard fans have always lived in this nice little group, and I've always found them inclusive. That's the one best part about being a Buccaneers fan. And, we hold each other when we suck, and we hold each other when we're partying. You know what I mean? And it's one of the best things I love. And I just don't want to see it go anywhere. Right. And I want to get Das Boot, which I know who Das Boot is, but I want to get his take on this as well, because he's another longtime Buccaneer fan who is obviously, enjoying the winning culture that's going on right now, even though he's muted. I think he might unmute himself. There he is. How are we doing tonight, boss?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey. I think it was Tom Brady more so than Bill Belichick. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, good Lord. It's not fair.
I think so.
It's not fair. It's easier for a quarterback to go to a team than a coach to rebuild one.
Does
It's just not fair.
anybody know?
Absolutely.
Does
Absolutely
anybody
agree,
know
Brett.
why Belichick was bleeding on the sideline?
Somebody cracked him in the nose. Did you see the cut? He looked like it
Yeah,
was in
but
the third
he had
round.
blood in his mouth too. Yeah.
What? I didn't get the chance to see the highlights on that yet. So
Maybe his son came over there and did one of those cocaine things and just bopped him. Who the hell
Well, I mean,
knows?
is that like a family thing? They chew on their tongues.
So the question to you then, boss, right? Before I get another guy in here as well. So you've been a longtime Buccaneers fan, like longtime Buccaneers fan, and you've obviously the culture go like this, or the atmosphere, I guess, go like this, and the culture kind of remained the same, very very small, but it's never been like the proper, the winning culture we've all wanted to see. What do you think, is going to take to get there again? Do you think, we need to just keep winning, or do you think it's going to take a little bit more than just winning? Like, what do you want to see be the end goal here? Like, what is going to be the end goal for the Buccaneers here to get that winning culture?
To convince Tom Brady to play till he's 55. To have the veterans who are in the locker room now experiencing this Tom Brady thing to carry it on to what capacity they're able to, maybe. What I don't expect is Jason Light to go back to 4 years ago drafting Jason Light, Aguayos of the world and stuff like that. We won't talk about the quarterback drafting because I don't feel like arguing that tonight.
That'll come up sometime.
Did you guys enjoy, as Bucs fans, being able to watch an entire Sunday from 9 a.m. all the way right now, currently, football without having to worry about a damn thing for your team?
Right.
Oh, that's one way of looking at it.
One on Thursday. I mean, this jersey right here behind me, the Mike Evans one, I got that on a Thursday night game against the Rams. And I only know that because that was the culture. That was our lives before. Is you knew when you played those Sunday night games or the Monday night games or the Thursday night games because you didn't get that many. It's really nice. It's really, really nice. And I'm going to get another guy and think about, or to get his opinion on what he thinks on it.
Sausage fest.
Way to ruin his introduction. Like every time he comes on this show, I just either insult him or somebody else.
Well, notice I didn't say sausage fest until he came on.
Yeah.
Wow.
That says more about you guys than it does him.
Yeah.
The old host of Live from the Cheap Seats with one of the worst intros I could possibly give him, Mr. Rick Hughes. How are we doing tonight, my friend?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm good. Like the boss was actually saying, it is really nice to finally be able to sit here on a Sunday and just watch the games go. I actually woke up this morning and just adjusted my fantasy lineup and just didn't give a damn. I'm like, this is nice.
Yeah,
this is really nice.
It's the stress-free thing, and the one team in the NFC South that did play lost, and
yeah,
I mean, it was today was a good day.
Today was a good day.
And I want to say something. Johnny talked about how he's never been ashamed of the team. I can't say that. I've been a fan since '76. I can't say that. I can say, yeah, there have been times because I think the product that they put on the field was shameful. So yeah, there are times when some of what they were doing was flat out shameful. And so, yeah, was I ashamed? I mean, it didn't stop me from being a fan, and I'll be a fan, till the day I die, and that's never going to wane. And I understand Johnny's point. I don't think he's wrong in what he's saying, and I understand what he's saying. But as far as changing the culture, look, the culture has changed, but whether you maintain that change in culture is another story.
Exactly.
But the culture has changed. The organization all the way up top has a different culture. I mean, there's just a whole different everything. How do you maintain that? That's the question.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's the big that's the lingering question is what happens in the future. And honestly, I don't care, and I don't want to think about it right now because we're 5-1. Hallelujah.
Hells yeah.
Let's just enjoy this.
Right.
Let's have fun with this now. But look, we've lived through bad years.
Yeah,
These are the glory days.
Oh,
These are this is the golden era of being a Bucs fan.
Mhm.
This is the time to thump your chest and be proud, and stop it, let it go, let all that stuff that's happened in the past go, let it all go. Just enjoy it, be positive.
Yeah.
When you win a game and you win ugly, enjoy that and celebrate it.
Yeah, because it's not like before when we would win an ugly game and all of a sudden we're like, yes, oh God, thank goodness we got. Oh, I was at that game and
Well,
it's
you
just,
rarely won an ugly game.
Yeah,
you
or-
rarely won an ugly game. I mean,
or
it
Well,
towards
was
we took a win and gave it away.
right.
We were notorious for going 3/4 of solid ball and then something
Right.
screwing up in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Right.
Or the famous towards the end of the season, we're like, oh, why are we winning? We need the
Yeah.
draft pick.
I still remember the year Ndamukong Suh came out. The Bucs went on a win streak right at the end, and I wanted Suh out of college. I was so excited about getting him, and that was my goal.
Mhm.
And then they went on a little win streak, and I remember they played a game against Minnesota that they were supposed to lose, and basically it came down to if they lost that game, they'd be in the driver's seat or whatever to get Ndamukong Suh,
That's right.
and they screwed it up and won. Now it's
That was
really hard to sit in front of a game and root against. I can't really do that. I can't really root against my team, but I can close my eyes and just say, just get this over with. Just get this over with.
And if I'm not mistaken, we did do that too to get Jameis Winston, didn't we? Like the last game of the season before the year we drafted Jameis, I think we started taking people off of the field in the fourth
Lovey
quarter.
did something weird with, I think it was against the Giants. There was something funky that happened. I think he let them score or something at the end of a game.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was. There was something funky that happened, but yeah.
Yeah.
I can remember off the top of my head a couple of times I guess the word would be embarrassed, and they both involved Tony Dungy. You ready?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I was embarrassed how he was fired in the middle of the night in a rainstorm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was also a little embarrassed, mainly for the players, the way they choked to Tony Dungy's Colts on that primetime game.
Well,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
that was bad. But for me, it's the Schiano era. That was shameful.
Mercer was a little embarrassing.
And the diving at the knees at the end of the game, the diving,
that was against the Giants when they were when the quarterback was taking a knee and they were diving for the football and stuff. I was actually on the opposite side of that. At the time, like when it first happened, I was like, finally, somebody's trying to just be different. You know what I mean? Can't we all be happy? And everyone's
I still see teams doing it today. They just don't make a big deal about it.
We agree on that, Andrew.
Rondé didn't like it.
I don't mind playing until the final whistle blows. That's fine. The embarrassing thing is that the players weren't. They were literally just kind of diving down at the feet to pretend.
Yeah, like we're gonna. Oh God! But then we almost had like that one time. We actually almost did end up with the ball back, but we got a penalty because he just went offside. And I'm like, dang it! Like, that would have been so cool.
No, the idea of it, I'm all on board.
Yeah,
but
not
the way the game is played now, you can't do it. I mean, you just can't.
Agreed.
You'd have to. There would be unsportsmanlike conduct.
Oh, for sure.
There'd be flags flying everywhere.
Embarrassing part of the Bucs era was just the Culver House era. Period.
Ooh.
Lehman Bennett.
Yeah, but
Lehman
oh God,
Bennett.
I loved them then, Johnny. I loved them then.
Bo Jackson.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about
that was bad.
That was bad.
About the organization.
I was more embarrassed by. Do you remember this name, Johnny? Booker Reese.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
They traded up to get Booker Reese out of Bethune-Cookman when nobody wanted it.
I'm not even talking about the trade.
What was Johnny Almond Joy drafted already?
It was ridiculous.
Sorry, go ahead, Johnny.
I'm basically talking about the way Culver House ran the organization, the way Culver House went and put Bo Jackson on a plane, knowing damn well it was going to violate his NCAA thing.
Yeah.
The Steve Young, Young did not want to come here, and once again, Culver House and them drag him over here, even though or trade for him. It was all stupid, man.
To any of the fans in the chats too, like if you want to get your comment in on, say, the embarrassing time of your Bucs fandom, I guess we would say. And it can be anytime. It could be, right when it started. It could be the Schiano era, which would be mine. Like I'm still, say, a little bit younger. But also I've gone back and seen like the highlights and seen the little documentary about the Buccaneers. I mean, yeah, the Culver House era. I'm like,
Wait, one more thing, and this is one specifically from Matt. Okay, the way Culver House treated Doug Williams when Doug Williams' wife was dying.
Oh yeah.
There is nothing. You can't tell me there's anything worse that the organization's ever done, man.
Well, I mean, a winking pirate and a moonwalking parrot is kind of bad, dude.
But let me tell you something. I freaking love that. I love that pirate.
It's come back around and it's gotten a lot more respect. But at the time, we were the gay blades. I mean, we people looked at our logo.
The original logo.
Scared.
Yeah, the original.
Bucko Bruce.
Yeah, Bucko Bruce.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Flynn.
They could have done that. They could have done that and just made him a little more badass instead of quite so.
Yeah. I liked Bucko. I loved Bucko.
My junior high school team in Tampa was the Buccaneers, and they looked like a pirate. It had the Jolly Roger look to it.
I mean, on Bucko Bruce, just black out one of the teeth and you're golden. It changes the whole dynamic. Now he's winking at you sarcastically or ironically.
I was gonna say what sucks is kind of with the whole regards to like the logo, like the pirate ship and stuff like that. Up here in Canada, we do every time with the logos and stuff like that for our high school football teams. We grab like the easy, like the Notre Dame Fighting Irish one is what I had. The school here actually uses that same one. The city across from us uses one, but our little football, like the minor football, they use the Falcons here, and I hate it. Like this, it's all Falcon, and I have Falcon gear in my house.
My
because
junior high, middle school was the Falcons. Yeah,
and I had the Falcons back home too. Like our crosstown rivals, because we were Catholic high schools, was the St. Ignatius Falcons, and I'm like, oh, I can never get away from this damn team.
Has anybody ever looked at the Raiders logo? And I mean, if you look at the Raiders logo, and I wish we could pull it up, but the Raiders logo, the guy has a patch on one eye.
Yep.
And his other eye is closed. You think I'm joking?
And he's wearing those helmets that the special kids wear.
Yeah, if you can pull up the logo.
Here we go.
Download.
Maybe he's a midget.
Hilarious.
Maybe he's a midget with Down syndrome.
No, we got
maybe he's a midget.
And there it went.
Yeah, we got
the logo.
22. I just don't have a way to put it onto my computer right now. That would be the only thing.
Okay.
Without it being like my computer being like, why are you doing this while I'm live?
Right.
Well, the good news is if one of those people were actually watching, they wouldn't be able to see that part of the screen that Matt's on to hear that or notice that he was the one that said the word M-E-I-D-G.
Tootsie Roll still sells midgies. Just going to tell you.
We're supposed to wait 22 more minutes before we start talking about
22 more minutes.
Stuff.
That's what happens when you bring up Bucko Bruce, I guess.
Here, let me get through some of these. Let me get through some of these comments first here.
Save us comments.
I'm trying here. And Johnny's comment here. We are Buccaneers. We ride waves better than anyone.
Well, except for like that one surfer guy. What was his name?
The Australian that had the like stake on the end of his fishing rod. And
No, dude. Bodie from the movie, bruh. Oh, by the way, can I just throw in that my high school mascot was basically Yosemite Sam in a Confederate outfit. Oh, and our name was the Rebels. Go Rebels!
Hey, I do got to bring up the fact that there's no better mascot for the Buccaneers than Bucko Bruce, since you have a made up pirate in a city that's based on a made up pirate every year with Gasparilla. Jose Gaspar is a made up pirate, guys. I hope you know that.
It's not.
Hey,
yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Matt, go look him up. Go look him up right now.
Hey, is it just me or does Captain Fear look like a grown-up Cabbage Patch doll?
I'm going to try something here, Andrew.
Yes.
Yeah, did you get it there, Rick?
Yeah, I don't know if this will work or not. Can you?
Is it a virus?
Hold on, let me see. Where did you put it?
Are you not getting something saying I'm sharing my screen?
I'm sharing it with you.
Oh, never mind.
Okay. I was like, where'd you put it?
I was trying something new. I was trying something different. Didn't work.
Sorry to the
We
comment
need a-
section, to the people who are just listening. That probably sounded weird, but
There it is.
I see. There we go. Yeah.
We're experimenting.
Boom.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
I'm
is
trying something
winking.
new.
No, he's
Yeah,
just
look at that.
high.
He's got one eye covered and the other eye's closed.
No,
I
he's
mean-
just high.
And
No
he's-
wonder they suck. And you're right. That is one of those helmets.
And he's got the 2 swords through his head.
Yeah. What? Yeah. I don't understand.
He's
that.
dead.
Yeah.
Al
I
Davis
don't really-
thought that logo looked so much like Buccaneers that he sued us for it. Al Davis.
No, ours is
But a
obviously
copyright.
Errol Flynn.
Rick will be back.
Rick had to go. He had to answer the beeper. I beeped him.
Oh. Eric Marino also said, Andy, what's up? What's up? Do you think Gronk plays versus Bears? Will Winfield play Sunday? And will
No.
David play versus Bears? No.
Maybe.
No, and no, probably not. No, and no.
Yeah, I was gonna
probably.
say, yeah, no, and more than likely not.
But maybe,
Welcome back,
but probably not.
Yeah.
It could,
Um,
but it's not going to.
Friday felt like a Monday. Yeah, Christopher Cole, I know exactly how you
Yeah.
feel.
I'm-
100%.
These primetime games suck. We got to make up all these new graphics. We can't just put up Victory Monday 6 times a year.
I know. Johnny Deep says we really got to do
6
something with
times
that
a year.
beard. You got to go vote on Johnny's show if you want something to be done to the beard.
Hey, I sent you a picture of what we're going to put in your beard, Andrew.
Oh, did you?
I sent you the a whole bag of them.
I'll have to double check that again.
Oh, you will. Delicious.
I will. I bet, yeah.
It's almost long enough to braid like
And
Johnny
full of
Depp.
protein.
Oh, it can. Oh, it can braid. Just like I can braid this if I really need to too. So
I think we
If
should.
you were a true Buccaneers fan, you'd want yourself to look like Johnny
Oh,
Depp in the Pirates.
oh, believe me, I'm probably gonna dress up as a pirate this year.
We should go with those hair crimpers from the 80s
Oh,
and make him look like Shaka Khan or something.
oh, Shaka Khan. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Shikaka.
No, not that one. The other
Not
Shaka Khan.
Shikaka? You didn't
Shaka Khan.
Shish
I wanna
kebabs.
love Shaka Khan.
Shawshank Redemption. Chicago. You're out of there. Sorry.
What the
David
hell?
Motion. What? Do you not know that movie? That's Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
No.
Is Rick
you
frozen?
must be the Monopoly guy.
Nope, he's there. He's alive. He was asleep.
No,
David
I'm
says.
down at something.
David says, I say enjoy this time while we can because the salary cap catches up to us. We're going to have problems, but hopefully we will host another Lombardi before that.
No, we'll all be Lightning fans then for a couple of years.
Hey, I'm not going to lie. Like, I understand a lot of people are hopping off of the Lightning train. Why? Like, the Lightning still have a good team. And if I'm not mistaken, Steven Stamkos is not just a great player. He's still an elite freaking superstar, guys. So,
Everybody's just afraid to, and
I
they-
know.
Yeah,
I
they don't
know.
want to. I'm gonna. They're pulling a Bill Parcells. Let's get out of here a year or so early.
Yeah.
Hey, Andrew, if the Lightning win a third in a row, are they a dynasty?
In hockey, yes,
Yeah,
for sure. Hands down.
Nice.
Them
Yeah.
them winning 2 in a row puts them, in my opinion, because they had, and I
The
don't like
previous
bringing it up, the season before they won the 2 Stanley Cups here, where they had like one of the best single season records of all time, and then got swept in the first round. That right there ended a freaking good dynasty. Like you can't have that.
Isn't that
You
like the
cannot
Rays
have
every
that.
year though?
Oh man, I didn't want to do that.
Oh, look! Johnny's already getting mad.
Johnny's
I'm
like,
sorry, I
"And I'm
mentioned
out."
baseball.
Johnny Dean's
You're safe here. You're safe here.
BHC balls.
Johnny Dean said Minter is a solid backup for LVD. Hasman probably would start for some other team. I agree. I think he'd probably come in if Seattle didn't have the linebackers that they have. Minter would probably do really good with Bobby Wagner because Seattle just develops linebackers really well. So Hans Gruber also says, I never want to talk about Shaq coming or going.
Especially
Man,
coming.
he's on point here today.
Yeah.
He really is. Johnny says, as Fred would say, 19-1. Yeah. Rick also says, please explain to me how people complain when the team is 5-1. Please explain it. I will be waiting. I will stay here all night. Somebody explain that to me. And it's even like some of the fans said here in the comment section too. It's like, what are we doing? Why like 5-1? All right. Now it's time to get OJ and Rojo and Scotty Miller and Justin Watson and one of those corners. Hell, even throw Whitehead in there and just go trade it for a quarterback. go get me Tua before Tua starts falling off. Like, why are we doing this?
It's too late to do that, man. Tua's
I know.
already. He hasn't even played a full season in the NFL and been injured 3 times. Come on, man.
But explain to me our defense sucks.
No.
Really? I mean,
No, our secondary is deplenished. The people don't understand the difference between the two.
Right, but people keep saying things like, and I'm sorry, I had this conversation with somebody on the screen here. Yeah, but they give up a lot of yardage. I don't see that on the scoreboard. I mean, they don't give up points.
Well, the fact is, the people, when they say they suck, you know what that means, right?
They're not shutting people out.
They assume that the defense is like the Mike Smith defense. Like, no, it's not.
No,
it's not even close.
They're running a Tampa 2 and Tampa 3 defense right now. That always, you always give up yardage. You don't give up points.
They're 5-1. They're 5-1. They give up 17, 17, and 20. And really, if right now today you could say, let's give up between 17 and 20 every game for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're going to win most of them.
Yeah,
and you're going to win all of them.
Do we care if it's 500 yards? If it's 17 points and they got 500 yards on our defense, do we care? Exactly.
When is Brady not going to get you 20 points? Every game he's going to get you 20 points.
I think they need to give the ball possession to the opponent and just let them walk down to the 35-yard line and try a kick, because that's what we always let them do. And we can cut the bullshit out the middle.
They do that in Canadian football for overtime in the regular season.
They do that in college too.
Yeah, they started at the 35. You could kick it right there. You don't even have to try the offense. You could just kick it. Johnny Dean says Rick Hughes because people put unrealistic expectations upon others to do something they cannot. Also very true. Like this is just Eric Marino says, Andrew, will Gronk play next Sunday?
No.
Answered that. Again. I've been a Buccaneers fan. Yeah, right? I've been a Buccaneers fan.
You're saying no?
Why would you?
Sorry.
I haven't heard it. I'm just saying, why would you?
There's 2 weeks until the bye. It's not 1 week. So, I mean, you're not
We're
just
on
giving
a bye, Rick.
What?
We're on a 10-day bye right now.
No, I understand that, but they're saying, and our next game is Gronk going to play
against Chicago.
Yeah.
Why would you put him at risk if OJ Howard can repeat his performance? Why would you put Gronk at risk? I don't understand.
Number one,
logic of that.
Why would you think OJ Howard can repeat that? We've got
they're going to trade OJ.
What?
Trade OJ.
Don't get Red fired up.
I'm like, I mean, I hope he can. It'd be great to see OJ Howard be what we thought and hoped he could be, but I've got one game to say he can do that. I mean, I'm not going to say, no, let's not start Gronk. Look, I said don't start him in the Philly game. Y'all remember that. But after 10 days, more rest. If he can start, if they feel like he's good, okay. That doesn't mean you have to kill the guy. It doesn't mean you have to make him your primary target. It doesn't mean you have to do all that. But you can still use the guy.
I just think with a weak point in the schedule where if we have wounded Ducks that we can do without, we're better off not to let them get out there and get hurt more. And
listen, man,
ribs are
the rest of the year is a weak point. The rest of the year is a weak point in our schedule. Okay, it really is. I mean, let's be honest. You got the Bills. Okay, Well, the Panthers don't look that good now. The Saints don't look that good now. The Falcons aren't good. Where's the strong point coming?
Rams, we already played them.
We already played them. We played it. We've played through the hard part of our schedule. We're 5-1.
Now we have Washington. Don't we have Washington this year or no? Yeah, we do.
That's right after the bye. Yeah.
What's Washington this year?
I don't know. They used to be.
I'm with Rick on this.
Now.
Yeah. No. I'm with Rick on this now. Ever since that one show where he made the rant and he was making the good points, Rick is right basically on that right now. Washington only has their defensive line right now until they get a quarterback in there. Like,
and their defensive line isn't even doing all that.
Exactly.
Right.
Like whose defensive line has made more news right now? The Bills' defensive line, the Ravens' defensive line. Hell, the Steelers' defensive line's made more news right now. Like, what happened?
The Bears played pretty well for the last couple games.
Yeah, but the Bears, if they, really, how many points? This is an interesting question. Honestly,
let's not predict
what you think is going to happen. Huh?
We were talking about Gronk playing and how putting him out there for injury. That's what I don't care about the points. I don't care about. We're going to beat the Bears because I've heard Shaq say.
No, I know, but this is what I think is interesting. Let's go with the Bears have a good game. All right, Fields has his best game. How many points do they score?
28 to 31.
There's no way Fields is getting them 28 points.
If it's his best game,
there's no way on his best day against this defense, a guy who
against this health, against our defense.
Well, this
fully
discussion
healthy,
evolved beyond where I was actually talking about, because I was just talking about, like Matt said, keeping him on the bench until after the bye week, and I agree 100% with that. There were serious injuries, man.
Well, I think you can use him.
Yeah.
I don't know his health. I'm not going to be, if a doctor says, yeah, you're good to go, I say use him sparingly and carefully. But I mean, yeah, I want you to be careful with his health, Johnny. I agree with you 100%. Please be careful with his health.
As close to 100% as he can be after the bye week. That'd be great.
I want him there during the playoffs. So as far as I'm concerned, for the rest of the year.
That's my point, though, Rick. If you want the guy to be there in the postseason, don't risk it now, because a bruised rib can be a bad problem again if he gets hit one more time. And it's not like Brady ever puts him in the situation that he normally he would not have himself extended like that in that secondary,
right?
Because Brady doesn't do that to people, but it happens every once in a blue moon. But if the defense knows that he's coming off of bruised ribs, what are they going to aim for? They're going to hit him dead in the chest.
Yeah. Internal bleeding, from what I heard too. So.
Punctured lung.
Yeah, punctured lung.
Punctured lung. So if we don't need, if OJ Howard can come out, test drive him, put him out there and let him do what they did with Lenny. If he can do that for the first quarter or so, let Gronk sit. If you want Gronk's blocking,
I don't have
bring
a
him
problem
into
with
a
that.
blocking scheme, but don't bring him in to go out and run a 60-yard.
No, that's what I'm telling you is don't put him at risk with that. But if the doctors say he's okay to play, and you want the guy to block some, and you want the guy to whatever, okay.
No seam routes. No seam routes.
Right.
No seam routes.
No seam routes.
Exactly.
I got to get through a couple comments here quick. Constance, is it Tesler? How do I say that last name there, boss?
Teasler.
Boss.
It is Teasler? Okay, I just had to make sure. I enjoyed Godwin the last couple of games. I have enjoyed him too, just not in fantasy. I need him to catch a touchdown, and then it'd be awesome.
Did you just say you haven't enjoyed Godwin in fantasy yet?
I haven't. I traded him out of my dynasty.
Dude, just close your eyes, let your mind wander, light a candle.
If I had Chris Godwin or OJ Howard, I'd want to stay in Green Bay.
Oh.
Hans Gruber, Militia Matt is in the proverbial house. He loves you, Matt. He does.
Yeah, he does. He's
What happened to Al-Qaeda?
100. Huh?
What happened to Al-Qaeda? He dropped the Al-Qaeda.
Al-Qaeda, yeah.
He's got a couple. Yeah, he's got a
I trimmed the
couple.
beard.
David Mosher says Matt Malcolm's sons waited for him to have the heart attack. Then he bought Manchester United because they used basically the Bucs salary as collateral, and it wasn't until the NFL mandated you spend a certain amount of your salary cap did our team start putting money back into the team, and that's only because they had to.
There's partial truth to what he's saying. There is partial truth to what he's saying. Yeah, they went through some pretty cheap years, and the Glazers went through some financially lean years because of how extended they were, because they bought Man U.
Right.
And that's true. What David Moser is saying is absolutely true. But I don't know that it's just because of that. They were always willing to go out and spend money on people like Revis, and they were willing to put the money out there.
They tried. They tried to make the Tampa atmosphere work. Like, come to Florida. Like,
they didn't finish paying Gruden off until Lovey came to town. Also,
they had to learn how to be owners. And everybody acts like, oh yeah, you just step in and you're an owner. No, they took over for Dad, and they had to learn how to be championship owners. And lo and behold, look what happened. It's when they stopped forcing the GM, stopped forcing coaches on the GM, and that's what they did several times to Jason Light. They forced him to take
Lovie Smith and Kirk.
Lovie Smith and Dirk
Carter.
Right.
Dirk.
And
Dirk.
I mean,
Mike Smith.
Light was forced, had both of them forced on him. And when they finally let Jason Light do what he does, well, you see what happened.
I just want everyone
well-
on this platform to know I hate Mike Smith. I just need it to be stated over and over again. Sorry, Matt, go ahead.
I was just going to say that the Glazers came in, and from day one they tried to do something. I don't know what their finances were, and I'm not arguing the point against David, but the atmosphere of the team went from the big sombrero to the Raymond James Stadium. They put together a gimmick with the pirate ship. They changed the logo. They did everything they could possibly do to put the Bucko Bruce era in the back, and we're going forward from here. And they hired a good coach with Dungy, and let the machine work. Now, whether they wanted to pay people or not,
That was Dad. They're saying Dad was one thing. Then the kids took over and things changed.
I'll give you that. But I'm talking about from the beginning when they first bought the team. They changed the culture to a point.
Absolutely.
The minute they bought the team. And then when Dad left and the kids had to pick it up, they could have sold the team. They didn't. And like Rick said, they had to learn how to be a football owner. I think Dad was. Dad had the idea and knew what he was doing. The kids didn't pick up from the lessons until after the fact.
Yeah,
it's like that jersey that's behind you.
That's a great example.
The Glazers always spent the money. It's just there's smart money and there's stupid money, and they spent a lot of stupid money. And as far as Mike Smith goes, he's basically the Applebee's of NFL head coaches, right?
Oh, man, I love Applebee's. No, don't do that. Johnny Dean said Rich McKay started it. His drafts were what built the team. Of course, each coach somehow had the same type of vision for the team's defense, and that is something that never happens.
We should get that guy Johnny Dean on camera. He could talk good.
Right?
Yeah.
So another reason to say screw Gruden and Allen.
I wonder if he gets a kink in his neck, though, that Johnny Dean guy. He's constantly.
There we go.
What are the Bucs going to get rid of that Gruden statue? I have a solution.
I
got a solution. I actually have a solution for this.
Okay.
Instead of that being set up in their lobby as a scene, right from the sidelines, move all of those players to the left and put together like 5 or 6 statues from last year and put it to the right. So you've got the Super Bowl winning players, all there, and it doesn't have to be a scene, and that way you're paying equal tribute to both Super Bowls.
I like that.
And then on the other side of the room, you could put a statue of Arians, right? The Super Bowl coach, and a mannequin.
Flipping off.
Like with no face or nothing, so there's no identity. He's got
to have the Darth Vader gear.
Right across though. Like right across from Gruden, just flipping him off. This is for Matt. Fred Moore says 10-8 with a shrugged shoulder. Hans Gruber, you hate losing. You don't know losing like losing to an American midget action hero.
Right on time. Right on time. Just hit 10 o'clock.
Perfect. Thank goodness. To me, when we have the most bandwagon fans was in the late 90s. One year, Publix was basically giving away Bucs tickets, and the next year, a couple of winning seasons, you couldn't buy a ticket. They were sold out, and I thought to myself, where were y'all a year ago?
Oh, can I have this?
Of course, sure.
Where were they? They weren't spending money on a crap product. That's America. Okay? You deliver a crap product, people are not going to buy it. Okay, when they put together a decent product, one that's not embarrassing, one where you don't have Greg Schiano being Greg Schiano, Lovie Smith being Lovie Smith, one where you don't have Dirk Cutter being Dirk Cutter. When you put together a decent product, the fans show up. Okay, so you want to know where they were? You want to know where the fans were? They're spending their money reasonably.
Fair.
I got to see almost every team in the NFC Central Division paying no more than $10 for a seat on the 40-yard line on the sideline.
I got an interesting question. If everybody filled the stadium when the team sucked, would the ownership have made the changes necessary to bring us where we are now?
If they put bags
so for
on their
everybody
head,
who bitches that there weren't fans in the stands, ask yourself if the team would be where it is today if the fans filled the stadium when the team sucked.
I once had a bag on my head, but I was alone in a hotel room and there was a belt
Okay,
involved.
all
And
right. So with that being
Well,
said,
Culver House made money not putting a great product on the field.
He was the
Right.
most profitable owner of that era. He didn't ever not make money.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
All
that's
right.
because of the TV contract. The TV contract splits the pie up, so you can be
Yeah,
as
but now
greedy as
we
you want
talk.
to be.
Now we all think about him as like, oh yeah, remember that old racist owner the Bucs had?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's that.
Imagine if he was around now and we were looking
Whenever
through
I
his
think of,
emails.
whenever I think of him, I think
No wonder Gruden was on the sideline as a kid.
I always think of his wife saying that she'd dig him up and shoot him again.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. My only regret is that. Yeah. My only regret about him dying is that he can't come back to life, so I can kill him again. Yeah.
Right.
That was a great
That's
line.
That's the perfect epitaph for him.
Yeah.
Boom, put that on a tombstone. Suck
Yeah.
it. Suck it, Hugh.
Okay, so weird transition. I don't know how to transition from Suck It Hugh to this, but let's try there. Okay. So today I'm going to do it the opposite way. I only got a handful of memes. So we're going to go through the memes first, and then we're going to play.
I thought he said
couple of
beans.
games.
I was going to be like, well, a handful is 5. There's 5 of us. Let's party.
Whoa.
Oh,
Sausage fat. No, I'm just first things first. Let's get this out of the way. We have a scoregami today. Never in the history of the NFL has there been a 38-11 final. That happened today.
And somebody figured that out?
Scoregami is the most amazing app on Twitter or page that you follow on Twitter. They literally just send out tweets when a game is about to become a scoregami. It's absolutely
Also, thank you, New York Giants, for participating in the 2021 NFL season.
Hey
Danny
guys,
Dime.
anybody who's just listening, you should probably look at the screen because this is going to be hard to describe unless you know who Spencer Rattler is. Him and Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, I was looking for that.
Mm-hmm.
Starting to look a lot different.
He's not.
Yeah.
He's not
Spencer's mom or Mahomes' mom gets around. She's a wild one, dude.
Like, damn, dude.
Whoa. Wow.
Patrick Mahomes spelling
Patrick
it. But never
Mahomes'
mind. I'm not gonna
mama,
say what
on
I'm
the
about to
other
say.
hand, says the NFL should change the rules so my interceptions are fumbles by my receivers.
My mama said.
My mama said.
Mama,
I miss Brian, the Saints fan.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. My mama said.
The Saints, Carolina, and everybody but Bucs fan.
He knew how
Somebody's
to
gonna have
fill out
reach
a
out to
screen,
that
didn't he?
dude.
That's true.
He knew how to fill out the screen, didn't he?
Damn.
Yeah, he did.
And an entire zip code.
Oh,
With Cheeto fingers. Yeah,
speaking
Cheeto
of playing. Speaking
Dude
of playing for two.
Dude came on. We thought he had an orange filter on. Nope, Cheeto dust on the lens. That's all.
Donald Trump. Then there's this. Miami is now being the worst team in the NFL. Jacksonville is handing over the baton.
Handing over the baton. No, Detroit.
No,
Come
that's
on.
Urban.
The Lions.
That's Urban handing it to that girl, bro.
Oh.
She's got an awfully hairy arm.
He's asking her to jag it off.
Hey.
All right, Raven fans, I apologize for this.
Wow.
Off.
Regular season Ravens and the playoff season Ravens. It's not. I'm not wrong. Try me.
No, you're not wrong.
Speaking of this, his career, John Gruden. Why would cancel culture do this? What's happening? The early favorite for offensive rookie of the year is Jamar Chase. Offensive coach of the year is pretty much wrapped up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's solid. Unanimous.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Everybody saw the game today, so they updated actually a little bit.
Honorable mention, Urban Meyer.
The owner of the Chicago Bears is actually Aaron Rodgers. I did not know that. You guys know that?
Somebody updated it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys heard you heard him say that, correct?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I still own you.
Yep.
For the rest of my life, I will remember when DeAndre Hopkins literally went an entire season without dropping one single pass, and the Texans saw that and were like, nah, we don't need him.
Isn't that the damn truth?
I can literally find that some other play. Like, no, you can't.
Now,
They're like, we got Deshaun Watson, we'll be all right.
Yeah, they had DeAndre Hopkins and
Will Fuller.
a
Yeah, we have our
real
sports trainer.
quarterback. Deshaun Watson had decided let's trade Hopkins and bench Watson.
Well,
There
they
you
wanted
go.
to massage the roster a little bit, and Deshaun took that shit serious.
Whoa!
Well, on to the next one. Dolphin fans tuning into the Chargers game every Sunday, watching Justin Herbert go 35, 40, 400 yards and 4 TDs.
Not today.
Hey, what did Aaron Rodgers yell at the crowd today?
Still
I
your
still
daddy?
own you.
I own you.
No,
I still own you.
What do you say?
I
I still own you.
Oh,
I got 30 memes saying that.
there's Gruden's quarterback.
Good Lord.
Oh my god!
Wow.
This was sent in by a fan. This is the Voyage of Space Dildo Blue Origin.
Yes.
It's 5-minute mission to explore. Well, frankly, nothing. Where was I going with this?
Suck it, Picard.
Also, for all the fans out there,
They look exactly the same. The Rockets too.
Fire my rockets.
That's awesome.
I am now the CEO of Amazon, and everybody will
Ew.
bow
And you
to
will
me.
all pee in a bottle.
That's a
You can
picture of
ride on my
triplets.
spaceship for $1 million.
The refs when Tom Brady has a chance of losing the game.
That's such bullshit. Why did you every
That was a whole nother octave.
Wow. Somebody hit a nerve. Matt just got triggered.
Oh my god! You don't want to know what that reminded me of.
Matt just got triggered.
I think he got a hernia.
That sounded like a DeRoche wake up call.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody put your head down.
DeRoche's. Oh no, I don't know if I can make some of those jokes. Never mind. Yeah. See, the accurate quote to the Bears fans today was, "I've owned you all my fucking life. I own you. I still own you." Hashtag Aaron Rodgers. Extra savage. Deshaun Watson joined John Gruden, watching John Gruden lose his job while he makes $30 million a year with 21 sexual assault cases.
He's gonna be writing about $31 million checks too to get rid of all
But
that.
Gruden
crap.
hurt me with his words.
I came back and we're talking about Charlie Sheen or R. Kelly.
Oh.
R.
Oh,
Kelly.
no, I took that picture off of here. Don't worry. And last but not least,
Drip, drip, drip.
the
Oh, dear
picture
God.
to end it all.
Hold on. I'll back up to
What?
Deshaun Watson, man.
What?
Because you got to realize that this guy has got Miami on the phone right now.
Dude, his shoulders look tight. His shoulders look a little tight.
And to end the goulash tonight, Jerry Jones' email is probably just a script to Django.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You gotta. How many years are they going to go back on everybody to keep themselves
As long
clean
as they
from this?
want, man. As long
Yeah,
as
it's
they
just
want.
We're gonna find out like Jerry Jones emailed Adolf Hitler or something.
Yep.
I can
I
the
can see
original email
Yeah.
never sent. Yeah.
Jerry Jones had
All right,
David Duke
guys.
over for a dinner party back in 1979.
And to all
So-
the fans in the comment section, you can only have one. Choose now.
Oh
You
dear
get
Lord.
Reese's Cup, Starburst, Twix.
One.
You get, you know,
One.
good old
One.
Four.
jelly, what was those gummy bears?
Wait,
candy
do
corn.
any of these have THC in them? I see a lot of gummies.
Every
The
single
Oh, I'm
gummies.
one
sorry,
of
I went
these
straight
can,
to 4, didn't I?
every single one of these can have THC in them.
Well, then one still.
4.
I feel
Slightly
like if
chilled
you-
Reese's Cup from the refrigerator. I think
If you
that's
pick
what I'll
number 5, you also peep into people's windows.
have. Oh good God. That's
can see
maggot
that.
candy. Turn it on. It's
One.
Short
I'll
and
take
down.
one.
How's that
Andrew?
dog?
It's like he's just like whining at the damn stairs because freaking.
I've got
mom
a cat
wants to
snoring
fucking
next to me. If you guys hear snoring, it's
guys-
not me.
I know. You guys, hold on. Figure this out for a second. 1 second. Would you be quiet, Frodo?
Well,
Shut up.
throwing items at him.
You know what's really awesome is when you watch a host have an argument with a small dog and
Look at this
lose.
guy. Look at this. Look at you.
Look at oh my God, Matt,
Buddy.
Andrew, look at the screen.
What the hell
Andrew.
is that? My
They're
precious.
cousins. Look at it. This is my dog. Hold on. Let me,
Dude, hey Matt, what do you do with that?
Mom.
It's a
yes,
it's a
5%.
book.
Why does it look wet?
Mom went to the store.
It looks
Okay.
wet.
Lord,
Andrew,
you
even when you're on the picture, even when you're full frame, Matt stole the show.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, yeah, with Gollum.
yeah.
Same
But
damn
if you
thing.
held up the dog and he held up Gollum,
Yeah.
it was like, all right.
That's gonna be me from now on.
Oh, there you
I'm
go.
gonna do that.
There
That's
you go.
awesome.
Hold it right there.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Frodo.
All
and
right, guys.
Smeagol.
Got to vote for your favorite candy.
Oh,
3.
come to daddy.
Hershey's, Snickers, M&M's, Skittles, Reese's, Sour Patch, Twix, Kit Kat, or other.
Where's the Milky Way and the Three Musketeers? Damn it!
That's
You
what I'm
can
saying.
obviously pick other, Johnny.
Well, you did
Other.
have it out there. Oh yeah, you
I'm
do.
gonna take
Shit.
other.
I was gonna say
I thought that
other
was a
looks like a
grab
bunch of candy.
I like
Now Rolos, and you'd have me kind of struggling.
You can roll a Rolo to your
Yeah,
friend.
but-
It's
but
chocolate
I'm
covered
still going with
caramel
M&Ms
from end
or
to end.
Hershey's Kisses. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm taking the grab bag.
Reese's.
Really? Really? Man, just like the last one. Like I do love Twix, but like in this case, give me that bag of Sour Patch Kids.
Ew.
Jesus Christ, that's a generational thing.
Look,
That's-
look,
it's- I
look
love
at your
that Sour
grab
Patch,
bag.
man.
Look at
What
your
the
grab
heck is
bag.
wrong with you, Andrew?
Andrew, the grab bag has Sour Patch Kids in it. Look right there.
No, it's
Grab bag.
other, as in you
No,
can
it's just
choose
other.
any other candy. He
I don't
just
want no grab bag. I want Sour
Give me the
Patch
grab
Kids.
bag.
I want Sour
Dub
Patch
dark
Kids.
chocolate.
Grab bag is what Urban Meyer was doing, dude.
Oh,
Matt
good
wants-
Lord.
Matt wants
I thought he grabbed the purse.
the midget. What are they called?
Tootsies?
Yeah,
Tootsie,
midget
Tootsie
Tootsies.
midgets? Yeah.
Yeah.
Midgets?
They still sell them. They sell them.
They're
on
delicious.
Amazon.
You
And they
guys.
throw well too.
Yeah, you can put them in a slingshot and pop
All
snot
right.
out of some kid coming out the
Let's
driveway.
see what every state's favorite candy is.
Lies.
Wow.
Favorite Halloween
that's pretty
candy in
damn
every
accurate.
state.
Reese's, yes. See, I told you.
You got Reese's.
Reese's.
in
Oh,
Florida.
that's it. What?
Sour
Swedish
Patch
fish
Kids?
in Georgia?
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with this map? Who created Swedish fish in Georgia?
I made this, Rick. Why can't you just like anything I create for the shows, dude?
You did not put
Holy
a Swedish
smoke.
fish in Georgia.
I didn't create this. Don't worry.
That would be a Tootsie Roll state, I think.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna take a guess.
Holy
Matt,
crap.
Matt, is your state Skittles? Is that your state?
If you look at my kids, they are. It's not the red Skittles, though. It's the purple tropical punch.
Yeah, I was
Tropical
right though.
Fruit.
That's where,
Oh, the fact that you can differentiate is the problem.
no, they.
Well,
listen,
I have to
fact
go to the
that-
right dollar store to buy the big bag for when we go to the movies. Can't get it at the Dollar General. You got to get it
Wow.
at the Family Dollar because
That's
they don't
really-
carry tropical ones.
Whose state candy is fucking double bubble
That's
gum?
what I was just about to make a comment
Double
about. That's
bubble?
Montana, I believe, isn't it?
Hey, Montana.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, Montana, you suck.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
That's
Montana,
just, that's just
grow up.
wrong. I mean, really?
Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny though? Like Rick was kind of like coming at me for the whole Sour Patch Kid thing. Everybody actually was coming at me for the whole Sour Patch Kid. It seems that all the northern states love Sour Patch Kids, so y'all can screw off. We Canadians.
Yeah, that's because you say eh.
That's because
Yeah,
you guys walk around in the cold looking bitter anyway.
Really?
Oh.
Atlanta? You're picturing Atlanta liking Swedish fish?
I actually, it's better than crack.
I can tell you it's
What
the heck is-
exactly?
What is Alabama? What is that?
I don't know.
That's straight up sugar cubes.
It's white chocolate on white cookie with white frosting.
No, it's
Well, that might be
it's
Alabama.
Starburst. It's Starburst. That's what they are. in
And to be honest with you, what's the exact flavor of a Swedish fish?
It depends on the Swedish fish.
Well, they're always red.
No, they're not.
Okay, well, what's the flavor of red?
I don't know.
Cherry.
Yeah, oh, you know what? I got
It's
another
red
candy that's
fla-
awesome.
It's red
And
dye.
everybody hates these things. Jujubes.
Jujubes.
No.
That's
Love
anti-Semitic.
They're like little BBs. They're like little pellets or BBs of candy deliciousness.
That's
Yeah, I know what you-
anti-Semitic.
What about Pop Rocks? Pop Rocks and a bottle of soda. Just
Pop
do that.
Rocks Pop Rocks are now a sexual aid.
Yeah.
They
yeah,
could
they
be.
are.
They could
They're
be.
Also,
freaking
assassin's
awesome.
tools.
Wow.
They
All right,
also
guys.
cause a nasty rash if you don't wash up afterwards.
Oh.
Don't ask how he knows.
Johnny,
That's why I
settle
need out
down
of Green Bay. I gotta
The
get out of
same
Green
thing
Bay. dude.
happens with Big Red, but by that
You
I'm
could-
meaning this
you
big
just about
fat
killed
woman that I
Johnny.
knew one
Johnny
time
almost
that had red
drowned.
hair.
Shark.
That's what I call my dog, Big Red.
All
All
right, guys.
Red Rocket.
She'll
The
give you a
last
rash
one.
too.
We're gonna go category by category.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna figure out together with the help of the fans in the
Rules.
comment section tonight as well. Because Christopher Cole says Reese's Cups. That's just my dog, but mine's older. Oh yeah, mine's annoying. Shut up. And 5 and 8.
Knives at it, it'll probably be a lot nicer.
No, he does this. He just like he cries when Kim leaves, which is fine. But she just
You're
wanted to
leaving
lock
me
her-
here with this.
What he's
guy.
doing is crying, saying, "Stop sounding like a psychopath."
That's impossible. All right, guys. Barstool did it. We're gonna do it. The best gas station snack bracket. We're going to start with number 1, and
Holy
everybody's
crap.
gonna vote
Oh,
on
this
theirs.
isn't close.
Okay,
Number one's easy.
and we're just gonna vote. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So 1 through 16. Number 1 is Slurpee or ice.
Slurpee or icy.
Snyder's Pieces honey mustard.
Slurpee.
I'm gonna vote Slurpee. Rick votes
Slurpee.
Slurpee.
Yeah.
I'm Slurpee.
Slurpee.
Johnny.
Yep.
Johnny, did you say Slurpee? Hold on.
I've never drank Slurpees.
16.
I've never had a Slurpee.
No,
He's
Okay.
watching a football game. He's
Slurpee-
not paying
Slurpee
attention.
will
Okay,
go
what's
on.
next?
I
All right.
answered you. Good God, if you weren't talking so much.
What?
Yeah,
I said
All right.
16.
In the butt.
Oh, he's going with Snyder's Pieces honey mustard. But with all the votes, we are going with Slurpee.
Yeah,
Slurpee will
all right.
move on.
Slurpee.
So Slurpee will then face fountain soda or Gatorade.
Fountain soda. It's not close.
I'm a Gatorade person.
I'm a Gatorade guy too. So Johnny, you're the tiebreaker right now.
Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Oh,
So
Gatorade
One
versus
versus
Slurpee.
9.
Boo.
okay. So number 5, peanut M&Ms versus Arizona Arnold Palmer.
Peanut
Arnold
M&Ms.
Palmer tea. That's a tea, y'all. That's a
Yeah,
tea.
yeah. Okay. So our Arizona tea. Gotcha.
It's the juice of Arnold Palmer.
Peanut
I'm going.
butter.
Yeah, I'm going peanut M&Ms. So 5 moves on.
M&M.
All right. Roller dogs and taquitos or
Oh.
Check Mix.
Roller dog taquitos.
dogs.
Oh, I
Yeah,
take
roller
mix.
dog taquitos. Yeah.
Especially if they've been there for a week.
Yeah, roller
Yeah,
dogs
right.
and taquitos are awesome.
I would go on Check Mix, but all right. So we're gonna go with the roller
Oh,
dog.
freak.
Okay.
Don't you guys have roller dogs, man?
We got 7-Eleven. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trail Mix or Take 5.
I don't
Take five.
remember what
Take
Take
five.
Five
Five.
is.
Take 5.
It says
Okay.
Reese's. Come on.
It's a candy bar kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what Take 5 is. I'm taking Take 5 as well.
All right.
Sunflower seeds or energy drinks.
Energy
Sunflower
drinks.
Seeds.
Ugh.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Sunflower
So-
seeds.
Okay,
I want the David's.
Matt says
David's
sunflower
sun-
seeds. What does boss say?
Mm,
Oh, energy drinks. I don't need anything growing inside me. I'm
Rick?
not a female.
Oh Lord!
Rick?
Wow.
You could have gone in a whole different direction with that.
He chose not to.
Just be thankful, okay? Just be
Right.
thankful and take it for what it was.
Yeah, just mainly take it.
Right.
Oh.
What you got, Rick?
Sunflower seeds just because I hate energy drinks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
So
you're the
Johnny, you
tiebreaker.
said energy drink? Johnny,
He's
you said
watching
energy
football
drink?
game.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to also go energy drink. So we're going to take 11. The 14 and 11 win. So pre-made sandwich or combos?
Combos.
Pre-made
Combos.
sandwich.
You
Pre-made
don't know what
sandwich.
year they made those.
Wow. I got to break this one again, too. I hate pre-made sandwich, so give me combos.
Hey, if you're an
Yeah.
excellent lover, you can get the center out of a combos without crunching it.
How many licks
Oh
does
my
it take to
God.
get to the center of a Tootsie Roll?
Oh my God!
beef
And y'all
jerky.
worked on me about midget Down syndrome. God.
Beef
He
jerky.
said midget, then he said Down syndrome. That's like saying retarded short person.
Yes, it is very much so. Or a Raiders logo.
All right, beef jerky or sour gummies?
Beef jerky.
Jerky.
Beef jerky.
Jerky.
I
Yeah,
would have
that's
taken
a
sour gummies, so
runaway.
I'm at least giving them a vote. But beef jerky is the almighty. All right, so let's go back. We're gonna have Slurpee versus Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Slurpee.
Gatorade.
Oh, I gotta be the tiebreaker on this one. I'm gonna be Gatorade. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Heartburn
that
City.
More,
Man,
yeah,
good
for
for you.
Slurpees.
Brain freeze.
way.
Well, maybe the reason they don't suffer from the brain freezes are.
What do
By
you
the way,
say?
if we're doing gas station snacks, how in the world are pork rinds not on here?
Exactly.
Or nachos.
Or not.
Amy.
Yeah.
Hey, Barstool did this one, so talk to
Yeah,
them.
Barstool, you suck.
So then it's gonna be peanut M&Ms or roller dog and taquitos.
Roller dog taquito.
Roller dog taquitos, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Wow, you guys are going roller dog. I would have picked M&Ms. So we got
I'm-
three.
I'm okay with either one. I love them
Okay.
both. So
All right, so let's move on to the next one then. So we're gonna have Take 5 or energy drinks.
Energy drink.
Take 5.
take
Take
five.
5.
Take
Sugar
five.
Rush.
Oh
Sugar
wow,
rush.
Take
Wait,
Yeah, wow.
Like
okay,
you don't
take
get a
five.
sugar rush and an energy drink? Read the label, bro.
They actually did a study in energy drinks are precursor to methamphetamine.
Oh,
Yeah.
shut up.
Hello. And your point. And your point.
All right, this one might be easy, but beef jerky or combos?
Beef jerky.
Beef jerky.
Beef
All
jerky.
day.
Jerky.
Told you it was a
Jerky.
sausage fest.
Yeah.
All right, guys,
So we're down
Gatorade?
to Gatorade versus
or the
Roller dog.
roller dog and
Roller
taquitos.
Roller dog
Roller
taquito.
dogs.
Yeah, it's not even close.
You guys go roller dog taquitos, really?
Yeah.
Ah,
You
Wow. All right. No, I would have
It
taken
scares me
Gatorade
when I
there,
go
but
in my
all right.
local Circle K and they've got hot dogs on one side of the roller, and on the other side at 4:00 in the afternoon is a breakfast sausage. I don't know what the hell.
That's awesome.
That's-
What are you
that's for the
talking
That
about?
is the best, man.
Yeah.
that's for the people that got hooked on meth from all the energy drinks. They're just waking up.
All right.
Wow. Again, somebody struck a nerve.
Memories of the way we were.
All right. Take 5 or beef jerky?
Beef jerky.
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 Oh, wow. Okay. So
We're
then
savory.
now it becomes this, guys. Roller dog and taquitos or beef jerky?
Roller
Oh,
dog.
Now, this is a
Taquitos.
hard one. Roller dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, beef jerky.
Wow, you guys. Okay, so roller dog and taquitos is the ultimate gas station snack bracket winner for the Bucs.
Yay.
Or
That's
a screen
crazy.
full of 5 guys just picked tubed meat products.
Those are the two things that you always expect to see when you walk into a 7-Eleven.
Again, a sausage fest. As I said, precursor nailed it.
Oh my god. Matt is like
predicted
dying.
He
back there,
predicted this
too.
a while ago, didn't he?
Oh man. Matt is.
But,
Matt is
and
definitely
speaking of sausage, I still went out of Green Bay, bro.
Oh.
And,
All right. Go ahead, Rick. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, and there's always the leftover sausage biscuit from the morning.
Yes.
That's
That's the
at
one
your-
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The
The rubber
one
biscuit.
breakfast sausage, they never bothered to take off the freaking thing for at least 12 to 15
Oh, a
hours.
sausage biscuit kind of thing. Yeah.
Little sausage biscuit and breakfast sandwich. All right, let's get you all out of here because now I'm hungry and I got nice little 4-pound chicken cooking.
Is
in
he
the oven.
smelling his fingers?
I'm not
Yeah,
sure what he
right?
just did, but he pulled
He
his
said,
hand
"I'm
up
hungry."
from somewhere down
Smells his
below and
fingers,
started
dude.
sniffing his finger.
What were you doing to that dog?
He was going full urban.
He's fucking gone.
He
You
was
got
going
the
full
hell out of
urban
here,
with this
man.
dog.
When
I
I
was
get
on
that
too,
feeling,
kid,
I
man.
need urban healing.
Oh, no.
See, you know what, boss? You're gonna have to start doing your own comedy show here one of these days, man.
I'm sorry.
Start hopping in everybody else's show. It's like
Yeah.
we're gonna have to get hopping on your show, man. Like
I told you, I just went out of Green Bay, bro. I just
Hey, Andrew, where's your finger? Right here.
Boom, boom, boom. Lollipop,
there's one
lollipop.
comedy club in Green Bay, and seriously, the guy doesn't even. It's overalls with no shirt. So
That's Bert Kreischer, isn't it?
that's the uniform of the last person you'll ever see again.
And barefoot.
All right, let's start it off with Johnny. Tell us where to find you.
In my skin, man.
in a van down by the river.
As long as it's not my skin, it's all good.
In a van down by the river.
You can always find.
Oh,
Whoa. Whoa. At my house? No,
Apparently
that
you
doesn't-
can't.
That doesn't work.
Johnny will be playing the skin flute at the Pittsburgh Public Library this week.
oh my!
Whoa.
Tuesdays at 8 p.m.
Okay. Rick's next.
Gotcha.
All right. Where do you see me? Where do you see me? Tuesday on Buck AF. If you are Buck as you know. Tuesday at 8:30, right here on Bucks Report. And then I'm with Captain Caveman, your host here, on Wednesday night for Against the Spread. And, yeah, it'll be fun.
Hells yeah.
It'll be fun.
Thank you for coming in tonight there, buddy.
Yeah, you got it, man.
Have yourself a good one. We'll talk to you again soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, boss. Tell everybody where we can find you.
Yeah, you definitely don't need to thank me for coming in because I always pull out. And that's what I'm going to do right now. I appreciate the time. The Sausage Fest was up to the task, even if David Moser tried to, kill it with his nonsense. But anyway, great show as always, Andrew. Thank you, Matt. Of course, Rick. And again, the Pittsburgh Public Library, Johnny Dean on the skin flute, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Be there.
Why does it go back on me? You know what, Matt? You tell everybody where they can find that laughter of yours.
Mystery Mayhem, Saturday nights at 9 p.m. live from the Oklahoma Kitchenette. We'll be here with Stephen Glasser and Teresa Baxter, my co-stars, and all of you. You can just join in the fun. Saturday night.
I didn't remove you. I didn't remove anybody. Everybody just likes to leave early. 2-hour show. This was awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you all for tuning in. Next week, we'll be talking about the hibernating Bears and if they actually came to play or not. You can also see my bet Wednesday night live. Oh, excuse me, from At the Spread with my co-host, as you heard, Mr. Rick Hughes. You can also check on my show Tuesdays. There we go. I'm going to burp again. No. So Tuesdays, I will be doing a quick little fantasy update show with Alex or not. And then Saturdays, we have the North Sports Dynasty show where we just talk a lot of bullshit and give you guys the fantasy football updates. And we're going to be giving you the hockey and NBA breakdowns this upcoming weekend. That's what we do. That's what we do at North Sports Dynasty. Fantasy and all the other stuff like NHL and NBA and baseball sometimes. Thank you all again for tuning in. This was a blast. I love every single one of you. I love all the views. I love all the fans. You all make this so much fun on every Sunday night for me to do this. So thank you all. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you next weekend with a dub over the Bears. Bears going down. Not bear down. Bears going down. Bucks win. Have a great day.
T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.